Hello everybody, Battle Mimic back again for episode 4. Last episode was a rather good ending, especially considering a rather weak start. Now let's see what RNGesus decides to give us. And so, we get Blue Candle. Okay, I like Blue Candle. I do not like, Holy Water so much. Holy Water is not a very good item. Decent damage. I like that. And the 2 rate's pretty good. So yeah, I think this is a good start overall. Especially with Blue Candle, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, I should probably be careful of my health though. 1 heart is not something I want to get caught out on. Be very easy for me to die right now and make this an early ending. Now then, I want to find a treasure room because it would be nice to get something good. I would also like a heart because, well, I do not want to die so easily, especially when I have such a good start otherwise. I mean, my last run was much worse beginning and I was just fine there. It would be pretty pathetic to lose now. Fighter fans, awesome. Almost literally one of the best cards I could have gotten right there. Almost literally one of the best. That's an interesting turn of phrase. And in here we have... I'm not replacing Blue Candle with this, because Blue Candle is pretty awesome, but I will take the Empress. Extra damage is nothing to be mad at. Blue Candle. It can be hard sometimes to aim the Blue Candle properly, but... it's still a pretty awesome item, considering how much ridiculous damage it does. Between it and Red Candle, I don't know which I prefer, really. Red Candle is pretty nice because it has the persistent fires, which means you can light traps for enemies even if they don't run into it. On the other hand, this does so much more damage for a little bit. So yeah. Really, which you prefer probably depends on how accurate you think you are. If you're really accurate, then Blue Candle all the way because, hey, damage. Cursed Skull. I do not fancy getting Cursed Skull right now. Well, that took out Envy pretty well. Oh, I should not have gotten hit there. Oh well. Took out a few of the Envy heads, so I'm slightly happy. Only slightly though, because, well, I hadn't hit at all. This is probably one of the fastest entry fights that I've had this early in the game. Hematomesis. Not really that useful right now. Hematomesis is really one of those pills that is very situational. Sometimes it can be pretty, well, very useful, really. Especially if you're using Donation Machine a lot or something. But if you have a lot of red health, then it's probably more difficult than it's worth. More, trouble than it's worth, I should say. Unless, of course, you use it as sort of an emergency health pill. Which kind of works. But you have to be in a pretty dangerous position, and then you have to make sure you actually pick up the hearts. Easier said than done when you're already using it in an emergency. Can't get rid of this cough here. And almost done with this. Yeah, on to the boss. Pin. This is going to be incredibly easy, as long as I actually hit him with the fire, that is. Yeah, not as easy as I thought it was going to be, but hey. Still did a lot of damage with this. And there we go. Caffeine pill. Not the greatest thing I could have gotten right there. What is this pill? Speed down. Making the caffeine pill even less useful than it already was. Not a small feat, I should say. I mean, speed ups aren't bad. It's just I have enough speed, really. I'd rather have tears or damage. Or health, for that matter. Considering I'm one right now. What is in here? What are all those things happening here? Blue candle's making this rather easy. Shreds everything it goes through. Of course, as we go further in the game, it's going to be slightly less useful. Really, it's an awesome item at any point in the game, but it's just not as great when it stops destroying every enemy instantly. Okay, flies. We got most of them. So that's nice. Holy waters here being completely useless. I'll at least take on the boss so that I don't risk missing out on the deal by getting too many hits on me later. Yeah. You can tell that I'm not very good at talking today. Not really good at talking most days, come to think of it. I complained about that last episode too. Okay, 3 chests. Not the best it could have been. Getting another soul heart's good though. Alright, let's find the treasure room. Ooh, petrified poop. Well, I don't have a trinket right now, so petrified poop is pretty good. Getting some coins. It's always nice. Oh, maternal hearts. That's actually pretty awesome. Especially since I have enough soul hearts to protect it till the end. I presume. Unless I've lost a lot more health this level than I thought. I should at least get these now that I have petrified poop. I'm not going to worry too much about boss rush because really, that's just me. Yay! You ever need evidence that I'm not always very good at this game? Oh boy. What do you want? No. Not right now. Later. Handle the restart later. Getting all sorts of interruptions from my computer today. Oh well. At least I haven't had to fix that full screen thing yet. One of these days I should figure out how to make it lock to my application properly. So I don't want it to have all the annoying, like the title bar and all that. But at the same time, if it's full screen, it doesn't work properly either, so don't know what to do about that. Maybe I should just deal with it. Or I could probably crop it in the video editor. I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point. I do not want Mom's pad. It was useless enough on the last run, and it's not exactly more useful here. So, I think I'll just go down, because, yeah, I've got more rooms to explore, but what could possibly be in them? I mean, I was going to say the Holy Grail, but that's an actual Isaac item, so it's not as much of a joke. Probably look for the, secret room. But looking for the secret room wouldn't be too much use, given I only have 1 bomb and multiple places it could be in. I think. A lot of curses. It's a bit frustrating. Ow. These guys. These enemies range from either completely easy to utterly frustrating, depending on, well, depending on what you have with you and where they are and all of that. Same with these. If you end up getting trapped by them, they're pretty awful. But if you can avoid them, well, they're pretty easy. If you can avoid them, they're pretty easy. Well, presumably they'd be pretty easy because you can avoid them. Let's get you taken out, and we're on our way. No. Trial room. Tempting. I'll try it. Let's see. That was sort of worth it. A lot of coins, because I'll probably visit my shop later if I have enough keys. Although whether or not I'll have enough keys is really up for debate, given that I only have one right now and I still need to visit treasure room. Another enemy that is either really easy or really frustrating. Sometimes they can end up sending an unending barrage of these blood bullets, whatever you want to call them, at you. Other times, they just stay quiet until you kill them. And it ends up being really easy. Let's dodge these guys. Just a bit. You know, I used to think they were extremely difficult, but you just have to goad them into attacking you and then dodge at the last second. Easier said than done sometimes, I know, but I will take the key because the battery is not very useful to me right now, and open stopwatch is it's not a bad item by any means. I'd even call it halfway decent. Some might even say good. Just not really something I want to purchase right now. Let's see if you give me a key. Yay, you gave me a key. That makes me happy. Alright, killed him before he recharged. That was good. Probably would have gotten hit otherwise. I might have dodged it, but you never know. If something ever relies on me dodging it completely, yeah. Bet against me every single time. Literally every single time. I still have no idea how I managed to get through all the lost stuff twice. It's a mystery to us all. Now then. Almost. We're on our way. Still have to find the treasure room. To hope for something good. I don't know what good things there might be. I mean, really anything other than a space-wide item is welcome right now, because I haven't really had much in the way of good treasure rooms. We had Mom's Pad, which was utterly useless. What else did we have? Not really anything. I don't remember what was in that first treasure room. I'm not risking it. For one thing, I'd have to get rid of Blue Candle, which is no good. Otherwise, I probably would have done it. Because, hey, another treasure room would have been good. Possibly another shop. Depending on if I got enough keys, which is really debatable, considering I've not gotten very lucky with keys so far. Right now, I kind of want to get a double deal, only to try to get something halfway decent. Because I don't like how, right now, I haven't had anything in the way of passives. I mean, there was a caffeine pill, but like I said before, a caffeine pill isn't exactly a great item. And considering the pill I got immediately afterwards with speed down, it didn't exactly help matters. All I got was a size down from my thing. Caffeine pill might be one of those that has another thing attached to it, I can't remember. But I think it just might be the size down, speed up, and... Whoa, that's a big one. Size up, speed down, and freeze up. I think that might be it. I'd rather not get hit because that would severely reduce the chance of a double deal. That's really the only thing keeping me going at this point, without having a big double deal. Because while my start was pretty good overall, I'm still not happy with what I've been getting so far. Well, that's no good. I am not looking forward... Well, that's wrong. I am not going to be hoping for a double deal here. Something like a 15% chance? Yeah. Well, no. I killed a beggar, so... Yeah. Tears up. That's good. I like tears up. Gertie. Oh. Double Gertie Jr. I'm gonna use Empress because this is really annoying. At least I'm fast enough to completely dodge Gertie Jr.'s right now. Otherwise, this would be really, really frustrating. No double kill. Sad. At least I got a spirit card, so that makes you happy. One of my most hated rooms later on in the game is double challenge Gertie Jr., where you have to fight 4 of them. It's not even hard, it's just basically impossible not to get hit as long as you can't knock them all out in a single hit. At least most of them. Usually being able to knock out most of the enemies in one hit makes most rooms trivial, come to think of it. What's in here? Either way, I'm blowing up you. I could blow up that, but I want to save some bombs. I found pills. Not great, but at least it's not another bad pill. In fact, I would say, instead of not great, I would say completely worthless, because, well, it is. It doesn't even make me look funny, because I already have the caffeine pill effect on me. That overrides it, apparently. So not only was it completely ineffective on a statistical level, it was also completely ineffective on a make Isaac look somewhat amusing level. Total waste of my time, in other words. And bomb, for that matter. I can't kill these guys fast enough. That's why I really need some kind of passive right now. I don't care if it's something like, I don't know. Mysterious liquid, maybe. That's not really that useful, but it's not even bad either. Actually, I should have taken that, because, well, I need everything I can get. And since I only have 2 keys and a long way to go before the chest, it would be nice to have more keys. Bombs, there comes a certain point where you don't really need more bombs. But then again, there comes a certain point where you don't really need more keys either. These bombs you can use offensively, although I rarely succeed in doing so. Only time I really ever am good at it is when I'm doing one of the challenges requiring it. And that's because I kind of have to. Well, I'm halfway decent at Dr. Fetus, at least. Dr. Fetus, I think, is a bit, I think he's under the item. Yeah, no Devil Deal this floor either. I think it's a bit. What's the word I'm looking for? Everyone dislikes him a bit too much. It's like, he's not that bad of an item. It's not a good item by any means. You're not going to be getting the boss rush anytime soon unless you get something like poison bombs or something. You're really getting hit a lot. That does not bode well for my future survivability. But yeah, Dr. Fetus, I'll usually take it unless it messes up something good I already have. 'Cause I don't think it's that bad. It's more of a, you need a lot of patience to do it right, basically. But it's certainly better than a normal set of tiers that does absolutely nothing for you. I would rather have Dr. Fetus right now than what I currently have for my attack. Especially since I have Blue Candle to instantly wipe out anything I need. Anatomesis. Kind of useful, I guess. Maybe. Eventually. Be careful. Don't want to die. Almost. Not even almost. It's only a cap blade, but Blue Candle is. And I got hit. Yep, no double here. I'm not having very good luck right now. Pentagram. Well, I'm happy with that, because at least the damage up does something for me. And it increases the chance of a devil deal on the next floor. As long as I don't get hit, it's guaranteed. Well, it's not even guaranteed to be a devil deal, because the first floor was just the chests. Well, second floor. You know what I mean. The first devil deal I got. This is getting to be a slow run. But it kind of has to be. I mean, that's not a bad thing. I mean, having to play these runs a bit more carefully does make it a bit interesting. It's not really fun if you steamroll every run. These tend to be the ones where, these tend to be the more memorable ones outside of really cool synergies. Like, if you want a really cool synergy, well, I don't know, something like If a Cack Monster's Lung, which was completely awesome when I found it. It can be hard not to get hit, but it shreds everything that it comes into contact with, so... That was nice. Or, I don't know. There's the classic Soy Milk Libra, which makes you steamroll everything. Things like that. I'm not in a place to be thinking of more examples. Especially since I keep getting myself hit. Like that. Remember when I said this was a more careful run? Yeah, that was bald-faced lie. Bald-face. That's an interesting expression, don't you think? Ah, lost contact. No. Lost contact is a good item, sort of. If you have penetrating shots, it's awesome. If you have soy milk, it's awesome. Other than that, it's kind of situational. So if you have the penetrating shots, it'll block everything that comes in front of you while still hitting the enemy. And if you have soy milk, you have so many shots that it really won't matter how many things you have to block with it. Just, wiping out my chance ahead of time, isn't it? Seriously. Well, at least I have Pentagram, which will increase my chance of it. Alright, took him out. Almost got hit there. Did not. Makes me happy. Please be Joker. Two of spades. I'll take it. The Emperor. Not bad. I'll use him as meat. I did not mean to use that one. Whoops. Well, so much for that. And it's Mask of Infamy, which would be rather difficult. If I have anything to be thankful for, it's the fact that I have Blue Candle, which is piercing. Just a matter of me actually hitting. Okay. That was the hard part. Now I just need to hit him with the Blue Candle a ton of times. Easier said than done, given it's kind of erratic in its movement. See what I mean? He's supposed to charge all the way to the enemy, but instead he just dove off at the last second. Oh, but now he's charging. Mask of Infamy, you so crazy. Wasn't Mask of Infamy female? Maybe? Awesome! Holy Mantle. Well, that just made me a whole lot happier with my run so far. So far. Yeah, it's necessary. One thing that you'll find watching me here is I have a tendency to criticize my word choice quite a lot. Might get the tiniest bit annoying. Almost as annoying as getting hit like that repeatedly. When I clearly should not have. Alright. Speedball. I did not comment on that. Speedball is not that great. Speed up shot speed is okay, but I would rather have had, I don't know, health or something. Or, hey, you know what? Damage. Magic Muck. There we go. That's not being greedy at all. I just want every good item in the game. Is that so much to ask for? Rooms with a lot of charging enemies are really bad for me because then I have to focus really hard. And when my job right now is to comment on everything, it doesn't really make for the most exciting of commentaries. Especially since it means I can't focus and end up saying awkward things like commenting commentary in the same sentence. Is it the same sentence? I don't even know. What I'm trying to say is that I'm not the greatest at this. Which is, of course, why I decided to suddenly do this in an already oversaturated market of Let's Plays. Really, at the end of the day, this is for my own benefit, though. Since trying to comment on all this stuff will improve my conversational ability and improv skills. And really, isn't that all we could ask for? We being a rather small subset of the population that finds use in those things. And don't already have it, I should say. Yeah. Keep moving on. I really want to find a turn room. I'm predicting it should be to the right somewhere. And I'm basing that off absolutely nothing. I'm just picking a direction and going with it. Hey, I have Holy Mantle, which means at least half of my screw-ups, so that won't matter. And by half, I mean only one per room, I should say. In my play so far, that might be enough. Maybe. Possibly. We'll see. Teratoma is not my favorite boss. All those spiders everywhere. It's frustrating. Especially if you're playing something like The Lost, where you can't afford to get hit once, and then suddenly the whole room is flooded with spiders. An arachnophobe's worst nightmare. Besides, you know, actually being covered with spiders. That would probably be worse than being surrounded by spiders in a video game. I suspect. I don't know. I'm not trying to speak for the feelings of arachnophobes everywhere. As I am not, especially an arachnophobe outside of a general thought of, hey, spiders are kind of creepy, right? But other than that, it's like, yeah, spiders are alright sometimes. Sometimes. I'd rather not see them all the time. You know what I mean? Probably. Or it's possible I'm saying complete nonsense right now. Hard to tell. Especially when you're in the middle of trying not to get hit repeatedly. Like I have been. And hey, Placenta's actually getting some use in the fact that I can recharge some of this red health that I have. Which means I'm in a semi-good position, despite the fact I'm already at 26 minutes on the Necropolis one. Other than that, I'm in a good position. Oh, hey, with the Holy Mantle, I can go inside the... not sacrifice room. Curse room. That's the word I was looking for. Without losing any health at all. As long as I don't get hit by a spider on the inside, which, well, you've seen my dodging this game. That's not really a guarantee. See what I mean? So I just have to dodge a ton of spiders, you know. Isaac problems. And he's destroyed. I got a penny for my troubles. And really, isn't that all we want at the end of the day? No, it's not. I would much rather have, I don't know, a heart. Even though I don't really need it right now. And it will likely be replaced by the Senta in the second round. And I will take you out. Or I'll just pick one up right here. That's also true. But you get my general meaning, right? A penny is not that great of an item. Not pick up, I should say. A single penny doesn't really amount to much in the game. Getting a room full of pennies, that's a different story. Getting the last penny you need to afford something you really want, well, that's also another story. Ooh, there's options. I like there's options. I also like getting a soul heart, which makes me happy overall. Very, very happy. Maybe now we'll get something other than speed-ups in my boss rooms. That would be nice, right? I would totally like that. What's in here? Yay. Piggy bank. I really need that on Necropolis 1 after I've already gone to the shop. How did you know that's what I wanted for my birthday? If you really want a piggy bank for your birthday, well, I'm not judging here, but... Okay, I totally am judging. That's kind of strange, but hey, each his own, right? Everyone wants something different. Some of you might want spiders for your birthday. Hey, it's certainly something. I don't know why you would want spiders for your birthday. Maybe you're an arachnologist. Arachnologist? Is that how you would say it? I don't know. I don't write this stuff. Oh, sorry, this is completely improv. There's no writing involved. Look, a quarter. That's making the piggy bank even more worthless than it already was. Isn't that exciting? I mean, it might be useful if I pick up money equals power, but how likely is that? Of course, I've said that like 5 times in the past, and then I'm picking up money equals power, so who knows, really? Here we are on Necropolis 2. Boom goes the dynamite. Or boom flies, I guess. There's not really any dynamite here. In fact, the only dynamite in this game is the rather awful Kamikaze, which is only useful if you happen to pick up Pyromaniac, at which point it becomes God tier. Especially if you have red health. If you have red health, you're basically immortal. Well, more than 1 red health, I should say. 1 red health, there's still a good chance of you dying, especially if you're on Cathedral or something. Or Womb, I should say. Awesome. What is this? 2 of Spades. Not really that useful right now. I'll take it, but... The Fool is also not very useful right now, especially considering I missed boss rush 10 minutes ago. So yeah, there's that. Ah! Almost hit me, but I managed to knock him away in time. And by knock him away, I mean I got lucky and was knocked to the side by where he bumped into the skull. He? She? I don't know Birdie Juniors. Gurglings? Gurglings. Gertie is supposed to be female. I don't know about the Gurglings. Or Gertie Jr. for that matter. Junior is typically only used with males, but... Then again, I don't really know. I'm not prescribing anything here. Okay, hosts. The Hermit, also sort of useless. Wheel of Fortune, at least sort of useless. Sort of useless in the sense that all I can really use it for is this. That's a decent number of coins. But again, it's only really useful if I pick up money equals power. Or, you know, oh, what was the item called? Magic Fingers. That was it. Magic fingers. Why is it called magic fingers? I wonder. Is it a reference to something I can't remember? Probably is. It seems like a rather specific name for that item. Like, I'd understand one thing if it was, say, a cursor type thing that allowed you to move stuff around. Well, obviously magic fingers would be a very appropriate name. But if it's just something that hits enemies by donating money, I don't know. Probably a reference to something. I'm kind of curious now. I'll look it up sometime. And by I'll look it up sometime, I'll probably forget about it in 3 seconds. Judging by this run so far, I'll be in this run for another 30, so... yeah, it's not looking very likely. BOGO bombs, not really that useful right now. I kind of wanted to take the baggie. The problem with taking the baggie right now, though, is that I would lose any chance of getting tarot cards. I like tarot cards. Whereas most of the fills I've gotten so far are not very useful. Really useful was Tears Up, and, well, I'm pretty close to the cap on that. What's over here? Cool. The Hermit. The Hermit's, at least, is a random teleport, which might be something somewhere good. Alright, that's one down. Other one left to go. And there we go. Awesome. Let's see. Sorry about that, I have to fix something on my keyboard here. There we go. Alright. Kill the spiders with fire. Literally in this case. As opposed to figuratively in most other cases. Unless you are a pyromaniac and an arachnologist who somehow has a desire to see spiders burn. In which case, that would be quite literal quite often. I presume. I don't know about the lives of pyromaniacs, for the most part. I want to find the treasure room before I go there, which is almost... well, it kind of has to be at the bottom right there, because, well, where else would it be, right? So let's head on over. And in here we find nothing. But Mom's hands will be trying to get them. There's quite a lot of them this time. And also I just found out that Mom's hands are not like Mom's foot, in that they do, in fact, do contact damage. Luckily I have Holy Mantle, in which case I don't really care. Wow. There's actually more stuff here than I thought. Bottom right, of course. Obviously there can't be any other rooms to the left, so... I'm very consistent about my directions, am I? Last run I was calling them east, west, north, all those, but this time it's just, nope, left, right. Up, down, you know. Maybe I should make up names altogether. Or start referring to them in other languages. That would be interesting. These dias las leva. That sort of thing. Oh, see, las leva would be totally wrong. But, hey. I'm not in this game to study Russian right now. I'm in this game to start killing things. While trying to avoid them killing me. Based on my past performance, the chance of that is questionable. A lot of trouble to go through a treasure room. Go all the way to a treasure room. Better be worth it. Better not be another spacebar item I couldn't care less about. Here we go. He's dead. What's in here? Oh, look. Spacebar item I only half care about. I'll take Death instead of the Hermit, because the Hermit had a chance of being totally worthless to me, and in fact making things worse, so... Instead, I'll take a thing that's undeniably good in some cases. Now, let's go fight Mom. I'd be concerned if it weren't for the fact that I have Blue Candle. Does Blue Candle work like it did in Vanilla Isaac? Because in Vanilla Isaac, it could hurt just the shadows of things. So in other words, if Mom's foot was falling, you could hurt her even before she did anything. Okay. I'm less concerned now that I know that it's Red Bomb. Slightly. So there's a decent chance I'm going to remove that. Like I said, very decent chance. Just have to keep moving. We'll probably be okay. It's pretty hard though when you're always trying to hit her and you keep moving. If you always keep moving, you'll never get any shots in. It'll take you way too long to kill her. At which point she's chipping away your health slowly. Well, I wonder, is there anything in this game that does more than one heart at a time? I don't think there is, to my knowledge. I just remember that the wafer was specifically that it reduces all damage to half hearts. I was wondering if that is. As far as I know, everything does either half heart or full heart damage, even in the womb or cathedral, where one heart hits still do one heart. I think. Don't quote me on that. You would think I would know that by now, given how many hundreds of hours I've clearly put into this game. But, hey. You can't certainly remember everything, can you? Yes, you can. However, you probably would not be very successful in it then. That took out a good chunk of them. There goes another. Another one bites the dust. Another one gone, another one gone, another one bites the dust. Something like that. I haven't actually heard that song forever, so that was probably horribly off key. But we're not worrying about that right now. Right now, we're worrying about killing demonic floating babies. Because, you know, that's what normal people do. That's hematemesis, I don't really care for it. Even though I could probably use it. I don't really care about the key right now either, because I have 19. The chance of me using them all is rather slim, unless I'm getting missing number? No, undefined. Undefined is the one. Missing number does something completely different. Missing number is like an item I've only ever gotten once or twice, and I've never used it properly, so I have no clue whether it's decent or not. I imagine it's a way of keeping your run rather fresh, but since if I remember right, it re-rolls everything you have every floor. And it uses the entire item pool. As opposed to most re-rolls, which only use the... which I believe use the respective pools of all the items. So in other words, if you have a room from a... if you have an item from a devil room, it'll be replaced by a devil item, I think. Don't quote me on that. As it turns out, I have very little idea of how the mechanics of this game go. I'm starting to realize. I'm also getting hit way too often. It's a good thing I have Holy Mantle, otherwise I would almost certainly be dying. But instead, I'm probably going to kill most of the stuff. It's a question of whether or not I can keep up my halfway decent play right now. Which is questionable, because we all know how random my play can be. And by we all, I mean mostly me, because, well, this is episode 4. Another awful curse room. Like, why even have Cursed Mantle? Cursed Mantle. Holy Mantle. And, well, the answer is obviously because it's an awesome item that probably saved my life here. Almost definitely saved my life based on that. And if I win, it's almost entirely due to the effects of Holy Mantle. So praise be to Holy Mantle, because I have nothing else worth praising right now. Other than Blue Candle, who is clearly the other MVP of this match. And by match, I mean game, because Isaac does not typically have matches. Unless you pick up the matchbook. Thank you, my puns will be here all week. It's barely even a pun. I'm using another meaning of the word match. And now he's dead too. Probably should have picked up that chest, but what do you know? Very few opportunities to use the blue candle on this one because it's so cramped everywhere. Kind of annoys me. But hey, I'm not complaining unless you don't ignore the part where I was clearly complaining right there. In other words, I wasn't complaining unless you pay attention to the parts where I was complaining, in which case I totally was. But I think that's to be expected given this is so far a 42-minute run and I'm still on room 1. I know I was saying that a slower run is okay every now and then, but I didn't mean this slow. Tears up. I like that. I think that increased it. I don't know if I'm at the tears cap or not. I don't think I am. Well, I might be now. Well, no. As far as I remember, the only tears ups I've gotten were those 2 tears up hills. Alright, of course it's Conquest. Hey, at least I have those options. Which means that, I at least get something useful to me. And it just occurred to me that this is the only time I've used Thayer's options, and the only time I'll be able to, because after this there are no more boss drops. That was a totally useless blue candle, but hey. Not even totally useless, it was sort of useful. One more hit, come on. Do it. Yay. Why did I pick that up? I mean, admittedly, Pageant Boy wasn't exactly useful. Awesome. Pageant Boy wasn't exactly useful there, but I'm just gonna blow these up because I need at least another spirit fight. I could be blowing up the Angel statue to go fight Mega Satan, but that's not really my concern right now because, well, do you think I'm gonna fight Mega Satan in this state? Yeah, not really worth it. So instead, I'm gonna head this way. This way sounds good. 2 monsters. Not awful. If I remember right, those 4 monsters that killed me in the first one, so who knows, 2 might actually do something. It's unlikely though, given that I have both the wafer and the mantle. Yeah, the angel rooms were halfway useful to me. Ironically, the only time I've gotten a useless angel room item was when I starting with holy water. So yeah. Nice. What's the other angel room thing I got? I forget. Holy Mantle obviously was the first one. Was the Holy Mantle the other one? I think it was. Didn't I get 3? I can't remember anymore. This run is getting to be too long. My memory doesn't go back that far. That's right, I suffer from a rare mental defect where I can not remember anything that happened in the last half hour. Past the last half hour. Sometimes I even forget what words mean. Like right there. Don't worry, I'm probably not making fun of anyone because I'm pretty sure that's not a real condition. No matter what F-Tail and memories might tell you. Alright, the eyes. Depending on your luck, the eyes end up either being some of the easiest fights or some of the hardest in the room. Basically depends on whether or not they decide to hit you. And make no mistake, it is entirely up to whether or not they decide to hit you, because they have bizarre timing. Sometimes they give you plenty of warnings, sometimes it doesn't feel like nearly enough. Alright, nickel. Normally I'd be saying about how the 2 hearts from Gluttony were kind of useless, but given I have the wafer, they're not actually. It's just that there's a good chance I won't need it given I have Holy Mantle. Alright, almost got him down. Alright, now just take out these guys and I'll be on my way. I have way too many bombs. Good thing I'm totally useless at using them in combat. Besides, it's kind of past the point in the game where regular bombs are that useful against enemies, bosses in particular. Like the Hollands on Cellar 1 or 2. Their bombs are awesome because you can use them to stop them from charging you. But the haunt kind of becomes a joke after you get to a certain point in the game. Of course, I think the haunt would be still halfway difficult for me right now, given my rather lackluster damage. Really, if I didn't have blue candle, this run would probably be a wash. But maybe not. Who knows what the Forget Me Now would have done. So, put those out. Ah. This is why I complain about bullet hell stuff, because I'm not very good at them. I mean, I say that, but I'm still dodging them perfectly so far. I'm just not as good as I wish I was. Which is a fancy way of saying I'm like every other person at this sort of thing. Oh, I got hit there. That's mostly because I was too stubborn to move. Here's a question for you, Claw. Think of it as a riddle. You have a meter stick in front of you, and on it are some ants. Each of those ants are walking at a meter per minute. Let's say there's 10 ants, and they're facing in random directions. Every time an ant bumps into another ant, it turns around and starts moving the opposite direction. How long does it take for all the ants to fall off the meter stick? Interesting question, isn't it? I just thought of that because it's sort of similar with these guys bumping into each other, but it's not quite the same, because whereas you can treat the ants as like singular points on a line, these guys are more like squares, and so the answer to the riddle is not as obvious as you might think. Or, why did I even say that? Not even that it's not as obvious as you'd think, it's more that it's just... more that the answer to the riddle doesn't work because it's more complicated with two-dimensional objects. Zero-dimensional objects on a one-dimensional line, because that's what there are two-dimensional lines, are much simpler. It's my keyboard. There we go. Where is that boss room? This runs long enough without... Oh, There we go. Well, pause. See you in a second. There we go. Sorry about that. Much better now. I forget what I was even talking about now. Oh well, c'est la vie. Oh, that's right. We're already on a long run, and the fact that I can't find where the boss is makes this even longer. What's next? Curse of the Unknown? Or Curse of the Lost? That's what I was looking for. These curse names end up confusing me sometimes. Should be down here. Start killing these guys. We're on our way. Anything here? No, nothing. No clues. I don't know why I'm saying clues. There's clearly nowhere else it could go. Well, it could be in the middle there, but it's not. Yay. Grab the key. Move on. Let's use death here because I don't feel like taking out the eyes. And there we go. Out of my way. Yep, nothing worse than an underpowered fight. But yeah, blue candle, which will do wonders for me. But in the meantime, I have to suffer through these waves. Luckily, I have the wafer, so any damage you get is mitigated. Really, Angel Room saved me on this run. Which is not something you say very often. Oh god, hold on. Please brimstone him. Please brimstone him. Please brimstone him. Please brimstone him. I'm just repeating myself. It kinda works, but I didn't want to have to deal with these guys. I need to collect some help. Okay. Yep. Like I said, I hate Teratoma and everything it stands for. Especially since I do not have enough damage to fight against him. I don't even think him really applies to Teratoma, given it's a mass of rotting flesh. I don't even know what a Teratoma is in real life, and I'm not looking it up because that sounds like an awful idea. I do know what a fistula is, and that's also not a good thing to look up. Don't look it up, children. You will be sorely disappointed. By sorely disappointment, I mean utterly repulsed. Well, not even utterly. It's not as bad as, say, Harlequin Baby or something. And I say that kind of reluctantly because Harlequin Baby is an awful condition. I don't even know what it's really called, but there's also the fact that any baby that has that condition is likely to die very, very quickly. I don't even know if it is survivable. That's right, kids. The Binding of Isaac is a great place to learn about horrific bodily conditions. Particularly to babies. The more you know. Oh great, Curse the Maze. Who doesn't love that? Especially on the cathedral. It's actually rather dangerous on these sorts of floors because you might suddenly get thrown into a battle where you weren't expecting it. See how little damage I do? Literally, the only thing keeping me alive is the candle. Oh well. I will treasure this candle forever. And by forever, I mean for however long this little run lasts. Because clearly the run is not going to let me get away with it. The angel rooms are also a godsend. Ha 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 ha. Get it? Because they're angel rooms. Yeah. That's right, folks. I'm here all week. And you can't escape. I've already locked all the doors around you. Some of you no longer even have doors. If you try to find where the doors were, you're gonna just find a blank wall. If you're lucky. If you're not lucky, you're instead going to find a complex mural depicting various horrific ailments which will quickly befall you should you not return to your desk at once. And listen to the comedy routine. And those of you who decide to not heed my warning and try to, say, tunnel through the wall will quickly find out that you are somehow 600 feet underground. You will be wondering how on earth that is possible when I'm just a voice in your computer. And I have no clue as to who you are personally. Well, the truth is I'm actually psychic. I knew ahead of time exactly which one of you would see this video. I knew exactly which one of you would check whether or not what I'm saying is true, and I quickly put my plan into action. I made a few sacrifices to a few elder deities, you know, the usual stuff. It was no different from a usual Thursday evening. And I say Thursday evening, even though I'm doing this Thursday afternoon, because I know exactly how this is going to go. I told you, I'm psychic. Let's see what Isaac has to say. See, Isaac doesn't like my comedy routine. See what happens to him. Right, Isaac is going to burn. Burn with a blue fire. Which is probably symbolic of something. Symbolic of stuff. And things. And other stuff. Probably some other stuff too. And other things. And maybe a little stuff. What I'm trying to say is I didn't think this through. Also, this is a really dangerous Isaac fight because if you don't have enough damage, he will chase you like that. Because as far as I can tell, the way that this works is that if you don't do enough damage, he will not teleport. Instead, deciding to run at you like this. So basically, when you've done at least a certain amount of damage, he can teleport. But if you don't do enough damage, well then he can't. Instead, he'll just assault you. Luckily, I got lucky with that blue panda. He took a lot of damage. As long as I get lucky, I might survive this. I really need a gluttony fight in the chest. I really need it. I could go searching in a cathedral, but I want to get out of here as quickly as possible. Especially since the chests might have something good for me. Let's see what the chests have. Oh! Well, isn't that nice? I'm not even going to think twice. This has been an awful enough run that I don't really care. I also have... Oh. Well, at least I killed him quickly enough. I hate darkness with spiders. Tauros mobs knife at pretty decent speed. Basically means these rooms are gonna get steamrolled. So long as I don't get steamrolled. And given I have Holy Mantle, there's a good chance of that. Awesome. Yeah, this basically is my way of saying the run is over. There's virtually no chance of me losing unless I get really unlucky. Oh look, a gluttony fight. Just like I was hoping. But possibly even without Mom Snipe, I would have survived this. maybe. The whole double adversary thing was a bit tricky. But with Tauros, I might have been able to make it. And you could say, well, what if you didn't have Tauros? Well, that's half the point of the chest items. You could say that for most of this game. What would have happened if you had gotten completely different items? Well, it would have been a completely different run. I mean, yes, there's a lot of runs where one item was far and above the best thing in it, but you could say, well, what if you didn't get that item? But what if I didn't get such useless other items? I was better off. That's my random rant for a hypothetical straw man who probably doesn't actually exist. Ah, you again. Later. Hey, it's been an hour since we've seen it. More or less. So yeah. Kill these guys. Kill you. Kill you. This is getting to be a halfway difficult fight, but only halfway. What's up this way? An incredibly easy enemy for Mom's life. I don't even really need Blue Candle anymore, which is a pity because it's been with me for so long. But I'll just consider it its resting place. It's retired now. After all, it's already exceeded its usual amount of time for a game of Isaac. It's clearly tired and not at its best anymore. It's slower than it used to be. It's not as sharp. I mean, given it's a candle, it was never very sharp to begin with, but... And really, sharpness is not exactly a useful characteristic to have in a candle. Unless you want to stab people while lighting them on fire. Which, hey, I don't want to judge you, but... It just seems like there's better ways to act out your pyromaniacy. Would that be the noun of it? It sounds like it. Ooh. Super secret room. Stab you. And now kill him. I like having 2 spirit hearts, especially with the wafer. What's in here? Oh, wasn't even a super secret room. Well then, I will blow stuff up because I have it. Cool, magic crush. I wish I would have had it earlier, but hey, I'm not complaining. Especially with the full health. Now I basically am going to win. I'm even okay with using my body because, hey, I'm not going to lose that much health. See? Even though I lost some health, I just killed the bloke. Now he's dead too. See? I'm telling you, it works. I just kill him. Hey, don't push me away. We belong together. There we go. Oh, that was a scary run at some points, but we made it through. If you liked this, well then, like, subscribe, or leave a comment. If not, well then, be on your merry way. Either way, I'll be seeing you next time with more Binding of Isaac Rebirth.